morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Today, I want to talk to you about how to maximize whenever you get help with your fat loss journey from a coach. Because I am seeing a huge mistake that many people are making whenever it comes to getting help with their fitness journey, with, feeling best in their bodies and building lean muscle, which is the perception that getting help eliminates the process. And here is the thing. Getting help from a coach, from a mentor, does not eliminate the process. It simplifies the process, because a lot of times what happens with people is that they don't know what to do, right? And then they have mindset blocks. They have, beliefs about themselves that keeps them stuck. So they see a little bit of progress and then they go backwards. Then they see a little bit of progress and then they go backwards. And they're always capped by what they know about themselves and about the process. And then that's when you see people being stuck on that cycle, right? And then you are on that. The process in this case is a stop and start process. You improve, and then you don't know what to do after that. And then you go back to square one, and then you improve, and then you go back, and you just keep on being stuck on that. And many people believe that whenever you're hiring a coach, that whenever you're getting help, whenever you're buying a program, whenever you are, hiring a mentor, whatever, like signing up for a gym, there is this expectation that is like, oh, I hired this person. I signed up for the gym. Like, let's use the gym as an example. I signed up for the gym. I paid for the gym. Therefore, I should be fit. And we all know that that's not how it works. You can pay for the gym all you want, but if you don't show up to go to the gym and you follow the process, you're not going to be fit. You're not going to get to your goals. And is that a fly? And that's what I see. That's what I see a lot of times happening with people whenever they are hiring a coach, whenever they hire, help with their fitness journey, is the expectation that because you have the help, the process doesn't have to exist. The following through with the nutrition doesn't have to exist. The understanding that we are not just talking about, calories. Oh, it's just about the calories. If the thing was just about the calories, or, oh, just tell me how much I need to eat and then I'll figure it out. If it was just a matter of knowing how much to eat or what to eat, everybody would be fit. Because we're living in a day and age that we have Google, we have social media, and within the umbrella of social media, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Pinterest, we have YouTube, we have TikTok, we have all of that, where there is no shortage of information. Shitty information, some of them, but information nonetheless. You can go right now and, search on a Google search bar and put calorie calculator. There you go. You have a number. Macro calculator. There you go. You have a number. So if you were just as easy as I just need to know how much to eat, everybody would have a six pack. Everybody would be ripped to shreds. Everybody would be fit. If you were just a matter of being like, just tell me what workouts to do, everybody in the gym would have a six pack and be ripped. So why is it that I go to the gym every single day and I see people who are there every day and they're still not, they have looked the same for decades? That is the piece of the puzzle that people fail to understand whenever it comes to hiring a coach or getting help or even paying for a gym membership. Getting the help does not eliminate the process. Whenever we're talking about human beings, if you were as simple as, oh, just tell me what to eat, just tell me how much to eat, and just tell me how to work out. This is a very, what is the word I'm looking for? It's a very short-sighted idea of the human being. This is an assumption that a human being is a one-dimensional kind of being, which couldn't be farther from the truth. Because every single woman that I speak to, they don't have a problem with, eating X, Y, and Z on like semi-regularly. The problem is whenever there is stress involved, whenever a kid gets sick, whenever work gets busy, whenever something happens in their lives that there is a lot of emotion involved, and then they don't know how to stay consistent with the plan. So looking at progress and results and fitness results from just the objective perspective of, I just need to know how much to eat and then I'll be all figured out, or I just know how to train and I'll be all figured out, is a short-sighted version of looking at the human being. Because you can have the most beautiful plan. I can send any of you right now my exact plan. Anybody. I can tell you exactly my workout. I can tell you the workout that I did when I was competing at the Olympia and when I won the Olympia. Anybody, message me. Does that mean that everybody who messages me here is going to win the Olympia? Does that mean that anybody who gets the exact program that I have right now is going to look like me, or is going to if I message right now, I don't know who is the person who has the best athleticism or the best physique in the world. I don't even know. Like, if I message that person, I'm like, yo, what's your workout plan? What's your nutrition plan? I'm not going to look like that person. Because there is an emotional component of trusting the process that I have not yet developed, or that you have not yet developed, to get from A to B. And that's where I find that many people miss the mark with looking for hacks and tips and what is the one thing? It's not the one thing. It's the combination of many things. And out of the many things, 50 to 60, maybe even 70% of all the things is understanding your pattern of behavior. It's understanding how you self-sabotage. It's understanding how your perfectionist mentality is fucking you up. It's understanding how you constantly have a pattern of all or nothing when you go all in and then you are all out. So if you don't address all of that, it does not matter how much perfection or perceived perfection you have on your strategy for a short period of time. And this is one of the biggest reasons why in my program, we have a I'm not going to speed up the process for anybody, because we have worked with over 5,000 women. We have a counselor on the team. We have a registered dietitian on the team. Why? Because I know from personal experience and professional experience, having helped over 5,000 women, that if you were just about giving someone a workout and a meal plan and be like, bye, off you go, see you with a six-pack in 6 months. If you were just about that, everybody would have a six-pack. Everybody would be ripped to shreds. And the reality is, I think I looked at the data, and I'm not saying that everybody needs to have a six-pack or be ripped to shreds. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just using it as an example. I think the last time that I looked at the data, 1% of the population in the world has a six-pack. Again, I'm not saying that you have to have a six-pack. The point that I'm trying to make is that if you were just about having more information and, tell me exactly what to do, Google it. Go on Google right now. Calorie calculator. Follow that. You might be able to do it for a short period of time. Then you're going to be frustrated. And then life is going to happen. And then you're going to go backwards. Why? Because the mindset has not been addressed. Having more information, more tips, more strategies, it's not going to speed up the process until you or whoever is willing to acknowledge that we are not one-dimensional beings. We are multi-dimensional beings. So whenever we're talking about the nutrition and the training, that is just one piece of the puzzle. If we do not know how to navigate stress, what the fuck does it matter, this beautiful created plan here, if the moment that stress arises, you fall off the wagon? Wouldn't it be a lot smarter to, yes, you can still have this, but also learn how to understand and how to navigate whenever stressful situations arise? If you are someone who is always like, I'm going to reduce my calories as much as possible, and then you're all in, and then you burn out because you will, and then you fall off the wagon and then you go backwards, wouldn't it be a lot better? And maybe you get the results, but then you don't because you gain all the way back. Wouldn't it be a lot better to learn how to have a sustainable nutritional plan and also learn how to navigate the all or nothing mentality, which, lives together with the perfectionist mentality and the self-sabotage mentality, because I'm not making progress as fast as I would, so I'm just going to eat for a family of 25. If we're not addressing this right here is only a temporary Band-Aid. And this is what I mean when I talk about that hiring a coach does not eliminate the process. You're still going to have to understand that it's going to be one day at a time. Now, if you decide to hire someone who is promising this miracle overnight result, lose 30 pounds in 2 days, that's a decision that you get to make. Do I think it's a good idea? No, I think it's a fucking shady ass idea. But it's not for me to decide. It's for you to decide because it's your life and your body. But the moment that you make a commitment to a process that requires an understanding that changes take time. Nobody. Like I said, we've worked with over 5,000 women. I am yet to meet a woman that we have worked over time that reached out to me and found themselves in a place that they did not like, that got there in a month or two. Haven't found it. And I talk to a lot of people. 10 out of 10 women that I speak to is that they are, whenever I speak with them, because they have been on a pattern for years. I'm back. Many times, decades. So what kind of fucking crack are people smoking to expect to undo decades of all or nothing mentality, perfectionist mentality, self-sabotage? Up and down, up and down, up and down, not knowing how to navigate their feelings, emotional eating. How the fuck are you expecting to undo all of this in 3 weeks, 3 months? I'm sorry, you won't. And until people start to understand that it is a process and that you cannot skip the process, you'd be me expecting to sign up for a company and have zero experience, and then, for example, in a corporate ladder, sign up for straight out of college and then just be like, hey, I'm going to go straight to the CEO role. Very rarely does it work. Very rarely. Why? Because you have not become the person that you need to be in order to maintain that level of success. And that's what I mean whenever it comes to the process. A coach is going to make you, go over or mitigate the fuck ups. Because listen, it took me 15 years to be at a place where I can have cookies in my house, where I can have ice cream in my house. Because before, I couldn't even have dates in my house because I would binge on them. 15 years. So am I saying that it's going to take 15 years for the people that we work with to get to a place where they have peace? Nope. But it sure as hell is not going to take 2 months. It's not going to take 2 weeks. It's not going to take, you know what I'm saying? So we need to put things into perspective, especially when this has been a pattern of behavior that has been happening time over time over time. I saw a question here. I'm going to ask one question and then I got to go because it's hot as hell. I turned my car off. Where's the question? Oh shit, it disappeared. Oh, here. One question to you. It's only natural to think about all the days you've made more. Oh God, I thought it was a question. All right. If anybody has a question, I'm happy to answer. If not, I'm going to go zoom because I'm hot. It's hot, like very hot. I turned my car off because the sound in the car is like kind of delayed. So that's why I'm using my AirPods so you disconnect. So does anybody have any questions? By the way, if you want more information on better understanding, especially in the process of perimenopause and menopause, how to lose body fat and build lean muscle in a way that you can maintain, especially when the things that you've done in the past are not working, I'm going to be hosting a 3-day free live training on how to lose body fat and build lean muscle during perimenopause or menopause. If you are 35 and over, I highly recommend this training. I've been working on it for the past few days and there is so much, like I'm having to go back in my slides and chop things off because there is so much good information. So if you want to join this, this training completely free, I'll send you the link, drop the word training in the comments and I'll send that over to you. Okay. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Let's just stop looking for the hacks, the tips, the strategies, thinking that that is going to eliminate the process because it doesn't matter how many tips and how many hacks you have if we're not addressing the individual, the behaviors, the habits, the conversations that they have with themselves and how they navigate the stressors of life. No amount of tips and strategies and hacks is going to do that. And like I said, that is the main reason why we do have a counselor in my program, because I don't think that sustainable changes can happen without addressing that emotional aspect. Ask me how I know it. Yes. But it took me 15 years. I can simplify that process for you. I'm not going to eliminate the process. I can simplify the process. All right, fam. Gotta go to the gym. Bye. Thanks for watching.